Hey, what's up guys, Lou here, and I just want to have a quick talk about video games. Um, Probably, I think one set in particular that I just had a liking to, and those are RPG games. Growing up, I loved action. I loved sneaking around. I loved, just getting involved. Stories were really big with me because I'm a movie guy. And, so things like Metal Gear, Siphon Filter. There was a few like ninja games that caught my interest. Military stuff. Of course, the first-person shooters, loved all them, and so on and so forth. After that, was well, pretty much the same. Doom, Duke Nukem, not in that order. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. Then going further down the line, all the Call of Duties, Battlefields, SOCOM, it goes on and on. Splinter Cell, all that stuff. Loved it. Now that I'm getting older, I want to dive more deep, I've never been one for like social media. Not crazy about it, but I like how it's open world, so to say. Speaking of open world video games, it's kind of like a new light to me. Yes, I was aware of them. I knew they were real. But I'm talking about like all the role-playing games, the RPG games, pretty much. Now, just they never really caught my eye. I think the only one I played probably, and I wouldn't even consider it that. I mean, you had choices, but it was more like Resident Evil style. Parasite Eve, for those that remember that. Sorry for the glare back there, but yeah, Final Fantasy, not really a big fan. I guess that kind of goes in that territory, but not crazy about that. But then, just from hearing other people telling me stuff about RPGs, and I started getting, attracted to them, and me being a history buff, when I started diving into the Assassin's Creed, like the first one I ever played, I knew about the series, but I didn't really dive in, was Assassin's Creed Origins. This one differed from the rest of the series because it was more personal, the character. Yeah, there was story and everything else, but it had something more about it. And right after that, you had, well, for me anyway, it was The Witcher 3, and that one took the cake. Like I said, it had everything in it. Story, nice medieval setting, and a different timeline than what actually happened in real life. And it was just, it made you get involved. Like, the decisions you made affect other players. And there's other games today that represent that. Detroit, Until Dawn. The list is endless. There's a lot of good games that, you decide the outcome of your character and everyone around you, and it's pretty deep. It's almost like real life. What attracted me to RPG games is, well, right now, like I just recently bought Skyrim, and that's like the king of kings of RPG. Well, not the king of kings. I shouldn't say that. It didn't really take it off, but it definitely it's on that list, and it's intimidating. I'm watching all these videos online. These people are like, they know the lore, the ins and outs, all this other shit that belongs to it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a newbie. So, yeah, I'm gonna dive into that territory. But, what actually, made me pick that choice was, like I said, it felt right, After completing The Witcher 3, and doing Assassin's Creed Origins, which is heavily influenced RPG. It's still action-oriented, but has a really undertone, full lining of RPG style. And I think this is where the Assassin's Creed, storylines and everything that makes Assassin's Creed is getting totally overhauled, for better or worse. Some people ain't into it, but, progress is progress. And it's changing into, what you want to do, how you want to customize your character, and all that stuff, So, hey, look, embrace it. I think it's cool. It's definitely for single player oriented people like me. I'm not too much into multiplayer, but if you're a single player person, yeah, like 100%. Definitely keeps you into the game. A lot of replay value. Like if you mess up on a decision and like you don't like the outcome, you could go back on a couple saves and replay it, different option, and see what happens. So yeah, really interested in diving into the Skyrim territory when I check it out. It's like Second Life, not really, but you really customize your character and like dive in. There's like races and stuff, and there's just too much. Like I said, I just scratched the surface, not even. So I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I know it's going to be a lot of hours disappearing from my life, among other things. But I'll find the time or whatever. And I don't know. I'm excited. It's cool. I didn't make a video just because I bought a video game. All right. This is just my not my confession, but like my switching of gears per se. The action guy, the stealth and espionage, the Metal Gear guy, is, not so much going on to the dark side, but trying something new. I've always been open-minded. I like to, test the waters to new things and just, feel it out. I'll never reject nothing up front. I'll check it out, embrace it, and see what the outcome is. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, what are you going to do? But this, I'm excited. It's cool. It's big. It's huge. And there's a lot to do. So it should definitely keep me busy, and trying to squeeze that in with, life, family, work, and just, my creativeness. Because I feel like if I just don't do nothing, if I don't create, I could go a little crazy. But, I just been taking it easy and, doing the whole video game thing. Just, that's where I'm at right now. I like that, makes the wheels of my brain turn, If I ever get writer's block, which happens a lot, I play video games, and it kind of, gets the juices flowing. Same thing with watching movies, especially on commentary. I like hear other people describe their film or how their tactics to going about shooting something or creating something. It's good hearing what other people have to say and taking, that knowledge and applying it to your own and, making something out of scratch, Sure, there's influence, but, look at William Shakespeare, The guy, borrowed a lot of ideas and, gave birth to incredible stuff, In the end, though, originality prevails, but it's all up here. It's all what sparks it. And for me right now, it's, these experiences, life in general, these, RPG games that really get you into the character and just exploring and, having fun. It definitely takes your mind off of, whatever's going on in real life. All the horrible shittiness that's going around. Look, feel free to, get in touch or comment or, like, subscribe. I don't know what other people do on their YouTube channels. I don't know if you want to chime in on my 2 cents, Maybe you have other cool RPG games you want to recommend me. I don't know. I'm just diving into this territory, slow and steady. But, hey, I'm all about it. Like I said, this stuff is interesting to me. I like this stuff. Alternative realms, medieval, fantasy realms. I could get into that. Assassin's Creed helped me out, bring out the historian in me even more, and things like The Witcher 3 and Skyrim now. Well, who knows? I don't know. The sky's the limit. This Skyrim, part of the Elder Scrolls series. I haven't really delved into any of this. Completely new with this series, and like I said, I can't wait to check it out. Just picked this up recently at GameStop. Came with the poster and all that stuff. But yeah, it's part of a bigger world, the whole Elder Scrolls thing, and I even checked it out online. They got some like novels and stuff, tie-ins, a lot of art books, and yeah, I can't wait. Alright guys, that's my video. Hope you like my 2 cents on this subject. And until next time, see you all soon. Peace.